thought I'd do a quick video and just talk a bit about crypto. Hopefully this thing is okay, because it fell off the mount because it's so cold up in the windows, or warmed it up, I don't know. Yeah, just kind of what's going on. So I've had Catgale for a while, which I've got. It's dropped down in value, but I just need to hang on to it really and let things pick up. The only problem is trying to sell the thing on Pancake Swap seems impossible. I mean, I put it up to like 30% slippage, trying to trade out, because I wanted to get a token called the ring. But if I got 10 rings, then I can set it up to basically act as a node, and the node, so you lose the 10 rings, they turn into this node, and then the node generates you half a ring a day, and the actual value of the ring at the moment is about £200 a ring. So if you've got half a node a day, you're getting £100 a day for holding it. But it depends on the price of the ring could change. It goes up or down, and what the ring does, the node, is that they it's like you're buying a share into the company with this node, and so they use this node as an investment tool on these different platforms, and so they aggregate what they call, they sort of harvest from these different platforms that they invest on, and so they take the top 30 platforms and use that, and because they've got more than one thing they've got invested in, they can switch between them to get the best results basically, and then they feed that back into the token, which is, you know, supports its price. So I did want to get involved in the ring finance, I think they're called, and it's one ring to fit them all. So they're looking to expand and do other things. However, I can't really get in because the price is too high, and so I did try to get for trading out and Catgale. So I thought if I get that, I get the money, I can buy back in, all is good. All that happened was that I couldn't trade it. It just seemed to be too crazy, the price in Catgale. So I was thinking, okay, well I could set myself up with an exchange, trade the Catgale as the exchange, trade it back out, but you'd lose money in percentages, and at the moment, because it's lower, I'll be missing out basically on potential profit, because not unless I buy in. It's very difficult. If I pay, say for instance I set something up, I put the money back in, because within about 20, it's just over 20 days, I'd have my money back from that investment if the price remains the same, and because a half a node a day would sort of eventually equal what I need, because it's 10 rings, so half a node a day, 20 days really, but then there's a taxation of 10%, so 21 days, something like that, 22 days, who knows. But yeah, I mean, that'd be well covered, that, and any trading I'd need to do as well, and fees and stuff, that would all be covered with that. So that was a good opportunity, but I realised there was all these other weird things out there, and we've had a kind of like Black Friday, the COVID. It's caused shockwaves in the markets basically. So it's brought everything down in price. So there's opportunities to buy. However, if you're looking to take profits, it's not the best time to do that. It might be good to trade out one position to another, depending on what the difference is. Like if something's 30% down, that might be a good time to trade in. There's a few things I went for. I thought, well, I'll give it a go. One was Vampire Stake Capital, because I'm glad it's got a crazy name, why not? And so I chucked like a tenner in there. It's gone down in value a hell of a lot suddenly. I think I put it in when it was 30% or 40% down, and now it's dropped down like by 95%. So it could be a rug pull. But it's only a tenner, I mean, you know. But if it went the reverse, it would do. I don't think it was Vampire one. I think it was something called Ghost Farmer Capital. So they all start nicking the same names, like Finance, Capital Finance. And so I was a bit iffy on it, but I thought I'd just give it a go. They had a Twitter set up and everything. I checked the Twitter as well. I need to see if it's still all active, the socials. It doesn't suggest necessarily a rug pull. But I do look for them to make sure they've got CERDIG, or they're doing a CERDIG, or they're doing something. There's no guarantee though. I mean, it still could have critical problems and then lose a lot of money. There's a few other ones that are quite down, but it could be because they're so volatile. I mean, if you release something new and then suddenly the finance drops because of Bitcoin crash or whatever, it can floor you a bit from your project. There we go. Which isn't much fun, and so it can make it look really bad. People might panic and sell out and think, oh my god, the price has dropped, it's obviously a rug pull, and so it really takes the legs out of a project. There's a few others out there, so I mean, one's a bit iffy, but I'm sure it'd be alright for 6 months to a year, and it's called Atlantis Auto Shark Finance or something like that. So basically it's Atlantis. I looked up the Atlantis on CoinGecko, and it's Atlas. It's not Star Atlas, it's the other Atlas, and it's what they call a DAO, and it's DAO, so it's like decentralized something. I can't remember exactly what it means. Asset maybe. So basically they use ways to farm with high interest, and they create bonds, I think, and you can basically trade your bonds in. So it's pretty much what a bank does, in that it creates notes that are backed up financially elsewhere. The guy's cutting around a bit, look, you might see him a bit. Yeah, it's a funny thing. There's basically something come out called Wonderland that does it, creates time on the Avalanche, and it's through the roof. I think it's about 7,000 a token, because it's created a bond system where it invests that money, sort of it holds a certain amount of money, so it can back up any trade. So people want high interest, they can get it. I think as long as they invest in there and they keep their money in there, they find ways to make money, boost that interest. I don't know if it falls in now, but they use mechanisms in order to achieve that. And if people put loads of money in, the APY is through the roof, and people just rip all the money out of it, then it basically, it's not going to last very long. So they're all a bit, they fall into the realm of possible Ponzi's. However, if they've got a lower, like 10,000 APY, and it works out to up to 2% of return daily of what you invest in there. So it might be a situation that I've created nodes. I don't know. I think I've just staked them actually, because nodes you don't get back. It's like you bought a share. So once you create a node, you've basically bought this share in this company, and the deal is they create a lifetime supply, which is what Ring does. So if Ring goes up in value, then their payout goes up in value. But if it goes down in value, then the pay goes down for Ring. But all you do is you just keep creating nodes. When the money's up, take profit. When the money's down, create nodes. So that's pretty the better way of doing things. But you really want is a kind of so you basically, you're a bank. If you do crypto, you're responsible for it. You don't want to be other people responsible for your finance. So if you created something, or you're an investor in something, you're a part of that project. And so if you just choose to try to rip them off, or try to liquidate them, like you put loads of money in, it zooms up, and then you whip all that money out, and you do things like that, which kind of or create FUD, to basically put out bad information about it, and say, look, they're scams, they're this, they're that. Well, it's not true, because you want to knock the price down, and you're sort of counterintuitive what you're doing. Then long term, you basically you're destroying something that could possibly create an income for could be the rest of your life as well managed, because by the time they get to a certain point, they evolve their ecosystem by adding extra features in it, and so they've got to find ways to maintain it without losing anything. So it's kind of sensible finance. So there's Spartus. There's Spartus as well, and they're kind of copying other ideas. But where I've got into it is you've got these type of yield farms with high interest, and they're on different chains. So I'm looking at different chains for different potential, because if you get in it early and they whack up and the price goes through the roof, because things like the gas fees are low. Like, so you've got Phantom that's low, which Spartacus finances on. and I think the token cost about $150. So I've got myself like 1.5 tokens, and it's got a 13% APY, so it pays 13% of the amount you put in every 5 days. And so what you do is I just get that money and I'm just going to reinvest it and then see where it goes, because they've got a few things in the pipeline that they're developing, which is great. You want to get to the end of the roadmap, see what they do, because that might be the jump pad where it all flies off. There's also, you have to be aware, of potential bear market with crypto. You know, money might go down. At the moment, it's the alt season, and the financial structure is changing. To be honest, it basically the US dollar or any currency really, if they're printing it out, loses value over time. But if you invest it into crypto, then you've actually given it a utility, because you've given it a purpose by transforming it into an asset of sorts, a micro asset that matches the currency. Because, you know, if you want to buy gold, you've got to buy a hell of a lot of gold. You don't just sort of trade in a pound of gold, or £1 worth of gold, or whatever your currency is. But there is a way through tokenomics of crypto and blockchain that you could trade in a micro amount of it, or shares. Shares companies, it's no different. It's just kind of like, how do we improve on this? And now they've created a technology that regulates it, so it's not like a paper bond that says this person is owed this much money and stuff. It can all be regulated through the computers, so that people don't have to bother about calculating differences, because there's bound to be points where people lose their money and things, because somebody didn't exchange the money correctly. So anyway, I talk about other things I'm involved. So I realised this, I thought, wow, they've got these yield farms, high interest, let's go for it. So Spartacus, Titano Finance, probably a bit of a rug pull. I don't know, I haven't heard it, but it's a bit strange. But anyway, they've got a massive APY on it, but the value of the coin could go low. So you can get loads of these coins. I might just end up with loads of coins at the same value as the money I put in originally. So it might be hyper-inflationary. I don't know yet. We'll have to see how it works. I mean, I could easily do it with other sort of chains and different things. So that's one of my things. So what else? I'm trying to figure out what else I was up early in the morning. I was basically playing a play to earn game, made me a lot of money, and I just transferred it across. And I had to bridge it into Phantom, so I went to Spooky Swaps. So that's where I got the Spartacus Finance. And there was another one. I was on Polygon. The coin is called Guru. It's like, and basically it's really brilliant the way they operate their system. It's called High PiDAO or something, but I just can't remember it fully. But anyway, the token is called Guru, and they're, like I mentioned before about the deflationary and inflationary currencies, they're looking for things that are more stable, increase in value. And so what they've done is they've got this split there, because basically there's a treasury which backs up the high APY, and they create these bonds and all these sorts of things. So what they're using is they're going to use real case assets and stuff in the real world, but in this world, I say, so the physical world. I'm trying to think of what's the best word for physical. It's not metaphysicals. Materia. So it's a material world. Yeah, basically it's a material. The materia is where we live. The metaverse is like a cyber universe that's been created through computer interchange, energy, and all sorts of things. It is real because it's electrically driven. It's also what people have put into it. It's like the linking of mind and matter in some way. So that's why it's the meta. It falls into almost the mental universe. So anyway, so they're connecting things in the real world, like wine, which is, you think about it, think, well, it doesn't lose value, and gold, gemstones, and other assets are connected into this yield farm system as well. So the Treasury backs up with different types of bonds and things that will retain value, and so they may increase over time, like gold, if it's through scarcity, especially item of scarcity. But things like the US dollar are not going to be scarce. There's ways, the mechanism to keep printing it. So yeah, so the blockchain utilises US dollars. That's why banks should be anti, or whatever currency is, shouldn't be anti-crypto. I think they're trying to regulate it because they want the best. They want to sustain their kingdoms. But the thing is, they can do, because they just need to work with the system rather than against it. And so a better system, and they can be investors as well. I mean, a bank can easily invest in similar things to utilise a treasury and other things as well. There's mechanisms that they can use from the crypto, but it's because they're so slow at adapting because of the way they're regulated. And if you make money and you're a rich banker, you don't feel like there's a reason to change it, because you pay yourself whatever. There's probably a point where you can actually just press a button and just, give yourself a bonus at some part of it. There is possibly, they get something from like signing people up to things. If they get them to take out a loan or something, I bet they get some sort of financial benefit from doing it. So what, we'll go there. Commission, that's what I was looking for. Oh, crumbs. Let's have a look. Don't really see any bloody one. Here we go. So yeah, well, at least I'm making money. I just got to trust the system, but I've got to play to a mechanism, so I can make at least $400 just playing computer games, which is good. Anyway, it's a big sign off. Have a great one, and speak to you soon. Bye.